Grand Risings, and hail and welcome to my fellow figments of fragmentation that is still here, aka those of us that didn't get raptured. Once again, yearly programming, yearly ritual, yearly psychosis. That's part of the problem. Is you always hear me speak on the aspects of source theory, where we're really just the figments of one thought from one source. Each thought is playing out its own variation of identity by validating experience. Basically a program. Matrix or not, it's a program. For years I told you I had my own personal experience, what I call the FireWall effect. It's where I hit, from my perspective, in resonance only, from my perspective, I hit the highest level of psychosis within myself that I could, to where I got close to the firewall. What that taught me personally, and again, resonance only, is that while you might not be able to get out because you're not actually in, and I'm not trying to talk in conundrums, I'm just being straight up with you. If we're all pieces of one thing, one piece can't get out because it's really all things. And I know this is getting confusing to you, but what I'm getting at is when you get close to the firewall, you can see the edge of the container. The firewall in a computer program is the first thing, the first line of defense. It can see where the infection came in, and it can see where the infection has a possibility of getting out. So what I'm saying is I can see things from an aspect of, holy shit, this really all is a fucking illusion. Kind of what, you hear me call hyper awareness or hyper sanity on some levels. So I can see what this shit is. It doesn't mean I get to get out. It just means that, holy shit, I lost value for it. Versus somebody who's in the center of the program, we'll say deep in psychosis, so they're easily programmed. They're easily malleable to whatever the infection is because they don't have anything to balance themselves off of. And that's the dirty word, balance. So the balance of what's getting put in, the infection itself, just runs right through them clearly. What I was going to post, and I probably will, I call it the Smeagol effect. If you know Smeagol and Golem, they're precious. That's what it is. Smeagol was this benevolent little being that found this ring of power, we'll call knowledge, and that shit got addictive to him. And then when he started losing what he thought he had, it turned him into this dastardly beast called Golem. That's how some of y'all are. You wake up as Smeagol. Oh, look at all this other stuff. Oh, now there's Reiki and crystals and chakras and the occult and other formats of religion, the apocryphal works and all this other shit and all these other variants. Dirty word, variants. Variants of tainted information here to keep the program running. And now that I can tap into them, they put me in a better position than what I was. We'll say that's getting further from the center of the matrix, heading towards the firewall. But you get so caught up in those infections that you become stagnated to the point to where you now are the infection yourself. You get caught in all these systems of knowledge, and they feel so good to your energy being generated and operated on, your ego, that you get stuck in there and you don't want to absorb anything different, because every time you are met with something different, you assimilate it so that you stay safe in the same. You understand that? Somebody gives you information not in alignment with where you are stuck at, you will transform that information to correlate it where you're stuck at. That's the danger where we're at right now, is you could be shown something different, and if it does not resonate, you will only tie it in to where your ignorance is already caught. Your ignorance is not, oh, you ignorant. Your ignorance is as, I don't know any better, and it's all I know how to do. And when you're caught in the mode that this planet is currently caught in, where everything promotes separation, everything promotes division, everything promotes scarcity, when you're already caught in that scarcity consciousness, you don't know what to do because you're already in survival mode. Even if you lie and say, no, I'm living my best life, you're living your best life based off of your worst one. Still conditionalism. So long story short, until you hit that firewall effect, to where you can see that this is really all an illusion, and the best way to lose an illusion is to stop using your energy for the illusion. This is going to be the reality you accept. But I don't know how many ways to say it. Within an illusion, there is zero reality. Just things that you can accept as real, but that doesn't make it what it will be. This fragmentation process of one thought forming itself into infinite consciousness with the rights to consciously think separately, individually, is a nasty ass spell. And when you come into, and I'm not trying to be funny, but when you wake up from where you think you are, some of y'all gonna turn into golem, because you have fought hell and high water to hold on to your cosmic psychosis via the formats of cosmic schizophrenia, too busy investing in all these roles to where you're paranoid to leave them, because now they become the safest thing for you to think. And this is the dirty part right here. If the safest thing for you to think is that there's somebody doing something to you more than what you have given yourself the capability of saving yourself or setting yourself free, that's an embattled and endangered mindset that is already a loop within a loop. You can't save yourself because somebody else is greater than you. You can't save yourself because X, Y, and Z. There's always some excuse, subroutines to the program. So until you get to a firewall effect, and again, I'm not trying to be funny, until you get to a firewall effect and you can see that there is a lining on the container that we exist in that keeps you caught in separation, you won't understand separation, because everything you think will already sponsor separation in order for you to think. And I'm sorry if that confused you, but it is what it is. You motherfuckers can keep waiting on somebody to come save you when it's really you destroying yourself in your own individual format, because you're only trying to collect yourself in separation. Trying to collect yourself in separation, how the fuck is that working out for you? That's no better than a fucking long distance relationship. And I'm not saying that those things don't work, but humor me. That's no different than a long distance relationship with somebody who you can't trust because you don't trust yourself enough to set yourself free. Boy, make it make sense. But you will, because your mind is already steeped in the need to know. And so you'll lie to yourself just to keep yourself safe. But you can't tell a fool they've been fooled until that fool gets tired of fooling themselves. Get to your firewall soon. Please. God, please.